this new video on my DIY remote control project. This is going to be a video a little bit different than the other one. It was announced in the past. And it's a video dedicated to question and answers. In particular, I tried to make an exercise to go back last, let's say, 3 years in terms of comment that I received in the videos, as well as emails that I received. The majority actually came in through the emails. In order to review the full history of questions that I've received and try today to give you my vision on this project that I'm following up since some time, answering your questions. Before to start, I really would like to thank you because going through this exercise, I really understood that there was a very high level of interest from you and time from you spent to review and to check my videos and to make question, and that's really touching. In order to make things a little bit more readable into this video, I try to group all the questions that I received in product and business oriented questions and technical and operation oriented questions. And let's start from the product and business oriented question. So what is your ultimate goal? My ultimate goal here is to build a modular controller. Given some elementary unit like a fader, a button, an encoder, and so on, and giving a software to assign these functions, the point here is to leave the sound engineer free to build its own tailored machine. The project you see until now was and is a passage point needed for me to learn the basic, but it's not the ending point. Will you sell it? Do you need investors? Do you need help to set the sale up? Not sure the product today is in a state valuable enough to be sold. What I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of other products based on the MIDI Universal Control Protocol on the market. Some of them very well working and with a very low price point. So it's a little bit difficult for me in this moment to understand where my product could be placed on the market, what is the additional value that it brings. But I'm open. If you have any comment, idea or suggestion, please feel free to leave a comment. Will you go open source? Will you share the code? I shared already a good portion of the code developed, schematics and even PCB designs. As you can find reference to my Git in the videos. I will not share more things for the moment. How much did your project cost? It's not easy to say because this is the result, what you see today is the result of several iterations. I never had a strict investment plan. I could say that roughly it costed until now between 12,000 and 15,000 euros. I have an analogic console. Can I add flying faders to recall scene? I received a lot of questions around this topic, and I have to say that I think that there is really a business behind this. In the sense that I really perceive there's a lot of people with valuable and used and so experienced in using certain analogic console that would like to just add some digital features such as recall of scene on flying faders. And no more, and so they are looking for kits to upgrade their system. I think that there is a company on the market today that is doing something like this, but for the moment in a very limited thing. I'm not following up this business for the moment, but I keep it in mind because this could really become very interesting. Can you sell me a kit? I can't. I don't have it. But as I was saying, this in the future could really easily become a dedicated leg of my new business. I'm a musician. Can you make a custom interface upon my specification? No, sorry, I can't. I don't have appetite and I don't have time to do it. How much could this thing cost? Considering to have to design it, to produce it and fully testing on something fully customized, I guess that this could cost a lot of money, probably too much. Much better to wait the modular system I was mentioning before. Let's move to the technical and operational questions. Why not Arduino? What about Tensi or what about Raspberry Pi? Long story short, control, flexibility, need to unleash the full power and potential of a given MCU. Arduino, as well as any other prototyping board, is very useful to start a prototype, but if you want to go really on the market, you have to go your own way with a customized board. So what I have decided since from the very beginning is to take this path in order to not waste my time. Is 8 channel enough? I think that's a false problem in most of the cases. The MAC Universal Control Protocol was designed to work in group by 8, giving you the possibility to control whatever number of tracks, 16, 32, 48, it doesn't really matter. Unless you are really working in a professional studio in which there are several people, so more than 2 ends, interacting in real time on the fader bank. In this case it could be useful, but I think that here you are really at a different level in terms of prosumer activity. Can you put more knobs, more control? From an hardware and software perspective, I can do whatever I want at this stage. This is what I was mentioning before. The real limitation is the protocol. You cannot have your own in terms of protocol. And the only one that is somehow available in all the DAW and became some kind of standard is the Mackie one. But the Mackie one has limitations. Okay, it's a very good protocol, it's a very old one, and have limitations. So whatever I do is whatever this protocol allows me to do. Why Mackie protocol? Well, as I said, because this de facto became a standard. And it's available in every DAW that you can find on the net. Does it exist any documentation online for the protocol? I mean, the only documentation available is about the UE, which is the predecessor of the Mackie control. And there's a lot of things on the net which comes from reverse engineering and speculation from guys like me, which try to work and understand how the protocol works. But anyway, the point here is that remember that UE as well as Mackie Universal Control Protocol are not open source protocols. These are closed proprietary protocols. So in theory, you should not be using it. I mean, unless you have the permission from Mackie. It's so big. Can you make it smaller? Refer to my to the current product, to the current interface. Yes. Of course, I can do whatever I want. But this means new iterations, work, money. Why rebuild a project with a new technology? This is referring to the fact that at a given moment in my path, I have changed, I've switched the technology of the MCU. This is a little bit of a sad story. I've started working with Atmel technology, in which I invested a lot of time and money also to learn. Then Atmel was bought, I think in around 2016 or 17, from Microchip. And clearly, since from the very beginning, Microchip started to kind of put it aside, all the ecosystem and technology developed by Atmel in order to program their microcontroller. And so there was the need of a change in order to preserve my capability in the future to keep on working. I started a little bit around, and finally I found that STM microcontroller was a good option, and I'm quite happy about it. Can you teach me how to do it? Can you make tutorials? This is something I'm thinking about, but it requires time. Here I could really be in need of some help if someone wants to support me. I am at zero skill in electronics. Can I do something like that? It's never really about skills. It's all about passion. If you want, you can do it. Please don't take and don't read this as a banal teaser. Me, for instance, I have started from scratch some year ago and I made it. So I think that everyone can make it with a little bit of passion. That's it. I really hope to have give you some lights and some vision on my product. I want to once again thank you very much for all the attention that you put on my channel and on my project, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.